Hello, guys. This is Joel Torres, aka Joey with the Biz, co-host of the HUD Gaming Podcast. Due to technical difficulties during this episode, I was possessed by Satan, and I sound like I have entered to the ninth layer of hell, and my voice is all fucked up. We're sorry about this. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again. We're trying to improve our audio equipment so that it will be, obviously will sound better and this won't happen ever again. We apologize very sincerely for this. We still hope you enjoy the episode. Thank you for listening, and I'm sorry for the technical difficulties.
Hello and welcome back to the HUD Gaming. We're here with Heads Up episode number 34, your weekly news roundup in the gaming world. I'm Mark Azevedo.
I'm Joel Torres, aka Joey with the Biz.
And I'm Justin Torres.
And we're here on November 27th at 6:54 with your Thanksgiving Eve, ready for the holiday season with all of the hottest news tips. And also, if you stay tuned, we are reviewing Scott Pilgrim versus the World this week. But starting out, we've got Joey's Cards of Conversation.
And for this week's Joey's Cards of Conversation, I brought a new conversation or card starter pack, because these cards were getting a little depressing over here. So we got these new little cool, like I don't know, these are weird looking cards, but they're supposed to be better. That's what the Amazon review said. So let's see what we got here. So the first question out of the new chat pack is, if you can live in any state other than the one in which you currently reside, which state would you choose?
Well, there's no wrong answer there. We live in the great USA.
I don't think they mean state like in the foreign and international relations, like state as a country. I think they're talking about these United States.
No, I know. I was just joking around.
I know, but they're, for our European listeners, state doesn't mean country.
Oh, that is true. Right.
We have listeners.
I guess it would be Canada.
So I guess if
Canada's
you
like the next
fucker,
thing.
we're talking about states.
No, not North
States.
America. USA.
One of the 50 states.
Oh, I thought it was countries.
No.
Okay.
No, states. So if you were to visit, if you're a viewer that's not in the USA, if you were to visit, I guess, a USA state, or if you wanted to live there, which would it be? And we're going to exclude Florida because that's where we are.
That's what it says. You
Oh,
can't
sorry,
pick the one
definitely
you
don't wanna
currently
live here.
reside in. That's what
Yeah.
the question said.
Yeah, and I don't want to live here, so it's all right.
You start first.
It was North Carolina for
my
me.
God.
Why? Is it because you...
It's
why?
because I like the mountains and I like the cold. It's also like, I don't know, it's kind of nice. It has like this. It has a Charlotte, which is a nice city, and then it also just has like the nice mountains and wilderness and all that stuff. And I like that stuff.
Mhm.
But last time we went, it was kind of bad because I also liked it because there weren't that many people here. Like where we live now, there's a lot of people that are starting to move here and live here, and I kind of liked North Carolina because it didn't have that many people.
Yeah, so what's the issue? You said...
Because there was a lot of people moving there.
Oh.
That was the whole issue.
So what's your new answer?
So, I don't know.
God damn it, you
All right,
fucking
but-
That's all
It's-
right. That's all right. We can swing it back to you. I'm going to say Washington State.
Washington State, so Seattle?
Seattle and my favorite show, Twin Peaks.
God damn it, Mark.
The city or the village where it was filmed is there, and I want to see that. And also, I just think Washington would be a cool place. I think for like the kind of culture that I like music and stuff like that, I think Washington would be a cool state. And I want to live on the West Coast.
You want to
but,
smoke
like,
a joint with the ghost of Kurt Cobain.
But I'm not like banking money, so I can't live in like California.
Seattle's expensive as fuck.
I don't wanna live in
Washington might not be
California.
though. Seattle might be.
Yeah,
Wait, you would want to live in California if you had money?
I'm saying I just want to live on the West Coast, and I think Washington would be a cool place to
Well, I
try.
think-
I'd rather live in Washington than California. Dude. California looks like a fucking headache.
I mean,
You have a
It
state?
depends.
You have a state?
I think... I realized what I just said, but then again, I would also want to live in New York. Like, if I could.
You want to live in New York? In New York City?
Yeah. Like, I can't handle, like,
city
the
or
people, like,
upstate?
here in the city.
Hmm.
Like, literally, like, fuck, I don't know what the middle part is, but between the Empire State Building and the Freedom Tower, like, that little part where it's kind of, like, a little bit more of a town.
Brooklyn?
Is that what it's called?
I don't
Is
know.
that literally? I don't think that.
No, Manhattan is like the...
We're gonna have some people that are from New York that are like,
First
"Fuck you
of all,
say
I'm
about
from New
New
Jersey,
York?"
so you want to come fucking find me, you can come find me. Manhattan is like the most busiest part. It has like 80 million people on it. And it's like fucking 7 miles long. And then like the outer boroughs are
I
a
kind of
little
want the
more
more town
neighborhood.
part in the middle, like where it's
So
like,
like Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, all that stuff is more like kind of like town. Not, it's still like a city, but it's not as cluttered as fucking Manhattan. Manhattan's a shit show.
Hmm.
I don't think it's those, but yeah.
So, yeah,
I don't know.
New York.
I don't want to say anything.
So yeah,
'cause
New York.
I was born in upstate, so I don't know a lot about like the actual city.
I want to live like in the city.
Well,
Okay.
I want to live
where I was born. I want to go back to fucking Jersey. Anybody who knows me, and as if you keep on listening to this podcast, I will mention I'm from New Jersey. I love New Jersey. My attitude, I feel like, is very New Jersey. So it's like I just like the culture, the food, everything about New Jersey. I love it. The weather, obviously, I fucking hate Florida being hot 24/7. I'm sweating right now and I'm wearing a t-shirt and pants.
To be fair, it is hot in here. We've got like a nuclear powered like lamp light that's like
Yeah, we gotta get some new
yeah,
lights
dude,
in here.
the light in here is like 1,000 degrees.
That's true. That light is like fucking the
You
surface of the fucking sun.
You said the food and the culture. I want to ask about the food specifically. What do you mean? Like, what do you miss about
So,
food-wise to Florida?
where I'm from in Elizabeth, there's this like pizza place called Elenos or Ellen, something with an E. I love the pizza there. It also got this place Miguelino's. Miguelino's is more like kind of like not industrial, but more corporate. So it's not as like homemade, but I still also do really like it. They got really good Zeppelis.
Then they also got White Castle.
Dude, Zeppelis are good. I
White
think there's a
Castle.
White Castle coming to Florida, like one location.
Yeah, I know.
White Castle is kind of trash. When I've gone back there,
But every time we go there, as soon as we get into New
every
Jersey,
time we go back there, it has been a little.
It's still trash, but
It's
like
still,
you know what you're
it's
going
been
for.
disappointing. It wasn't as good as I thought when I was a kid. And then obviously Chinese food is better. And you just have like what I like about New Jersey is like you get the people's food and the people from that culture actually make it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna go fucking to a Greek place and they got fucking like a Mexican making the fucking food. It's like, no, I want a Greek man making my food. If I go to an Italian restaurant, I want fucking chest hair in the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
If the guy back there does not have a gold chain with Jesus with a
If I'm
cross
getting
on it,
pupusas,
it's my
I
guy.
want it from somebody from fucking Central America. I want it from fucking somebody from Ecuador.
You
I
want it
don't-
to be authentic.
I want it to be
Yeah.
authentic, and in New Jersey, since there's so
I
many,
feel like that is. I feel
since
like
there's
that
so
is-
many like different cultures, you can get like literally the people from those countries to make that food the most like authentic way possible. So that's what
Yeah.
I appreciate. Here in Florida, there's not. I mean, we are kind of diverse, but it's a little like diluted. I feel like it's very American here.
I think it's very Hispanic.
I think it's very Hispanic, and I was gonna say in terms of like authentic food, in terms of places that like I've had and like I would recommend or we eat at, there's a lot of authentic Venezuelan places, Colombian places, and Brazilian places.
That's all the people that moved here recently.
Yeah.
That's true, but
Yeah.
I'm saying I think those places is where you feel like you're getting an authentic cuisine.
Yeah.
I don't think you're getting like I haven't been to an Italian or a French or anything restaurant where I'm feeling like this is
Yeah, because all the Italians that are here are retired firefighters. They don't want to cook anymore. They're fucking just living in the villages. Like, I don't give a fuck about anything.
yeah, that's true. Also, I can't get it out of my head when you're talking about like a pizza place up north. I'm thinking about in The Office when he's like, "Oh, this is my favorite pizza place," and it's the Sbarro.
Yeah.
All right, so fair enough. So Washington, New Jersey.
and then I guess North Carolina will still be mine.
God,
I mean, come on.
I mean, I'm about to beat your
did
ass
we make
on
any progress
camera.
here?
I'm about to fucking murder you ISIS
I
style.
don't know.
on camera.
I'll fucking have two
Oh,
phones.
wait,
It's all right.
Did you not just see the,
I'll have
the
two
video
fucking.
you
I'll have
uploaded
two
about a
phones.
family
Don't worry
getting
about
waterboarded?
it. It's okay.
All right, well, now I'm going to get to the pick of the game. I'm pissed off.
All right, so you're doing North Carolina. Final pick.
Yeah.
Final pick. North
Final
Carolina.
pick North Carolina, and I'll swing it back to you.
All right, that's the card of the week, and now we're gonna get to the game of the week, the pick of the week. I've been on a heater recently, 2 past weeks.
Just like
I've
the
been correct.
Jets.
After I fucked up for 3 weeks straight, I got 2 games in a row, and I'm looking for my third one. Since over here in the States, it is Thanksgiving tomorrow. I want to pick a Thanksgiving game. There's 3 NFL games tomorrow. That's an American tradition. You eat food and watch the NFL games, right, Mark?
I'm not a sports guy.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm gonna
So
eat, and then I'm
the
gonna go to
night
work.
game is the Saints versus the Falcons. The Falcons embarrassed the Falcons embarrassed the Saints when they went to Atlanta earlier in the season, and the Saints are like a high power team. They look like Super Bowl contenders. So I think the Saints will get revenge on Thursday
think
Night
so.
Football
Wait, did they have
in
Drew
the
Brees?
Mercedes-Benz. What?
Did they have Drew Brees?
Yes,
Oh,
in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They're -7. I think they're going to beat them by 2 touchdowns. I'm picking the Saints. Who dat?
Who
yeah,
dat?
that's a big score difference.
Yeah, the Saints have to win by 8 points. But I think they can do that because the Falcons embarrassed them. So
Well,
they-
because you're on a streak, right? Since you won 2 weeks in a row, now you're feeling yourself.
Oh, yeah, now I'm going to play
Dude,
risky.
just spin again, you know?
Who gives a shit?
So
Just
what?
one
He got,
more
so
hit.
what? He got his kneecaps back in his house.
He got his knee pack.
I got
his
both
knee
my
packed.
knees. I got my knees replaced, and now I'm trying to get my college debt paid off. Let's get it.
He's going back in for it.
Jesus Christ.
But we're here with your weekly news roundup, and before we get into the news, don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can follow, and also drop a like on this episode if you enjoy it. The first thing that we're going to talk about is Call of Duty Modern Warfare's first season has been detailed as the biggest free content drop in COD history, and also Battle Pass info is to follow. So we've got a breakdown of what's going to be in the first season, but not the Battle Pass.
What does that mean?
That means that the first season, like the content that will be dropping, like the maps, the operators, the guns. But
So there's still more content that we don't know about. That's going to be like in the individual rankings,
Exactly.
like in the Black Ops Battle Pass.
Yeah, they haven't.
Oh, okay.
They haven't talked about like pricing and stuff like that, how it's going to work. What we do know so far is it's going to drop on December 3rd, which would be next week. It's free. It's available on all platforms at the same time. And there are at least 6 multiplayer maps that will be released throughout the whole season. And they'll all be free.
Okay, so what they're saying, the biggest free content drop, so you don't have to pay for any of this.
Correct.
But the Battle Pass will still have more.
There will be
to
free
unlock.
tiers and there will be paid tiers.
Okay.
So for the multiplayer maps, and I'm not going to go through them in detail, but I will at least mention what's what. Crash, Vacant, and Shipment
Oh, fuck
are
yeah, Crash.
3 COD 4 maps that will be returning. Crash and Vacant will be multiplayer maps. Shipment will be a multiplayer and a gunfight map. Port is a brand new map, and Port will be a brand new map, and it's going to be a ground war map. Cargo and Atrium will be gunfight maps. There will be new game modes, new spec ops, new weapons, new operators, and we will link the article down below so that I'm not talking on for too long. So you can go through each of the details on your own, or if you follow our Instagram account, you would have already seen I had posted the Activision released the roadmap.
I did like that graphic. It was
So you
very
could see it.
informative.
Yeah, so but Activision also hinted that the Modern Warfare's new Battle Pass system, which will include a variety of free tiers of unlockable items, will include new cosmetics and 2 new guns. These 2 new guns will be in the free version. You don't have to pay for them. You just have to make it to the tier. Kind of similar to how Black Ops 4 was. So the Ram 7 automatic bullpup assault rifle and the Holger 26 light machine gun. More information about the paid portion of the Battle Pass and the 100 tiers of unlocks is promised on December 3rd.
The Ram 7.
It's 100 tiers, and
Oh,
it's
shit.
worth noting that it says Ram 7 and Holger 26, and I don't know what those are, but if I scroll back to the actual like roadmap and I zoom in here, just so you can see, that looks like a TAR 21 and a G36 to me. I think that's what those look like.
But you said it was a submachine gun and an assault
It's
rifle.
an assault rifle and a light machine gun.
But what isn't a TAR an assault rifle?
Both of them, the TAR and the G36 would technically be assault rifles,
Yeah.
but they have guns in that game that like when you put certain attachments on it, it basically becomes a new gun. Like the AK-47, if you put a drum mag on it, the skeleton stock and something else, it becomes an RPK.
Oh shit. Okay.
So like that's why I'm saying I think that's what they look like to me. I don't know what they look like
And
to
then
you.
a couple, I don't know if it was last week, but maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, we did talk about the fact that the TAR was rumored to be in the game. It does look like a TAR because it has like the same kind of
Yeah.
clip and everything. And then that does look like a G36.
Somebody did find the TAR. That's true. In like the
I would
game
assume
files.
probably the TAR gun is probably like an LMG.
Yeah.
And then the G36 because it's more like slender, I guess. I don't know how guns work.
I mean, I'm excited for it. You know, like all those maps and stuff. I don't feel bad about it. Crash, I'm kind of neutral on. Vacant, I'm excited for. I like Vacant.
I fuck with Crash.
They're both good maps.
Yeah, those are good COD 4 maps. I mean, here's the thing that sucks about this game. Like, this is great. I do love the free content.
But,
I
yeah,
do
yeah.
love the maps. But a lot of these maps are obviously going to be rehashes of Modern Warfare.
That's true.
But I really won't be upset if we get rehashes of Modern Warfare 2. Because we
That's
haven't not
true.
got a lot of those
We've
maps
gotten
haven't
rehashes of
carried
those.
over into other Call of Duties. So if we can get like shit, what was the map we were just talking about? That was really big.
Describe it a little bit.
It's really-
Wasteland.
You already know exactly.
You said
With
really
the-
big, and I was
with
like
the tunnels
Wasteland.
underneath in the
Yeah.
center. Wasteland, Afghan, and then Favela. Those are the 3 I
Favela
want.
would be good.
Those are the
Favela
3.
would actually be really good. That's like a map I kind of forget that slept on. I know Terminal.
Terminal's too popular. That's gonna get in
But
there.
Terminal, yeah, I was gonna say
That's gonna
Terminal
get
is leaked to already be a thing that will
Yeah.
be part of the game at some point. There's one map I'm trying to think of that I really want.
Is it the fucking
It's a
Rust?
No, it's not Rust. It's a snow map. There's a building in the center. There's 2 staircases on each side that you can go into. There's some train cars. I do not know the name of it.
Is it kind of like a factory?
Derail?
Derailed? Do you remember that?
I know what map
Do you
you're,
remember that? Derailed.
I know what map you're talking about. I think it's like kind of like a factory in the building in the middle, right?
Not really. It's not a factory.
I
It's a train
remember the
station
name
for
Derail,
sure.
but I don't. Oh, yeah, no. You're right. I do remember the map. It is kind of factory like, right? And then
Yeah.
there's trains running through.
Yeah.
And there's like
Anyway,
3
if you're
buildings.
wondering, I'm one of those bitches that uses claymores. That's why I'm saying that
Oh
because, dude,
my!
my
Mark is one of those bitches.
dude,
that
my
uses
my
claymores.
memories of that map Derailed specifically.
That was a good search map. I remember
yeah,
that.
it was a good
That was
search
a good
map.
search map.
But the keys to success for me in that game were a Claymore at both of the staircases, and then Akimbo AA11 or 12s, the auto shotguns.
Yeah, Mark was a fucking bitch.
Yeah, dude, that was that bitch ass shit.
Jesus Christ.
It's fun though.
Fucking
no, we're gonna happen.
Akimbo Model 18s, Commando Pro, Lightweight Pro,
Dude,
Marathon
Commando Pro. Oh,
you
man.
filthy fuck.
Yeah, I mean the Crash is gonna be like that anyway. People are just gonna sit in the tower building and put claymores everywhere.
That's true. But that's why you don't go in that fucking building.
Okay, so your Modern Warfare 2 picks would be Favela,
Or Afghan
Afghan,
and Wasteland.
Wasteland. Those are all good maps. Afghan's a good map.
Honestly, Modern Warfare 2 has they can pick really any map from that. Because that game, like I said, those maps haven't really translated.
There's
into
some
other
maps
ones.
I think I wouldn't want though.
Like what?
I know it would be an unpopular opinion. I know a lot of people like this map, and you can feel free to disagree with me, and I welcome that. But High Rise, I don't really want High Rise in it.
High Rise, yeah.
High Rise is I know
High
some
Rise
people,
is basic. It's just 2 lanes and then
Yeah.
the middle. It's not
Yeah.
really like that much.
I know people like it a lot. It's just not
That
a
was
huge map.
the thing
I'm a
is, I
fan
don't think
of.
that map would translate well to this Call of Duty because that map was really conducive to quick scoping.
True. You know what map would be good too?
What?
Estate. I like that map.
Estate. I was trying to think of the
Dude,
name of that one.
Estate would be a
was fucking
nice
good.
map.
Estate is where I almost got a nuke, and I got really upset because I got 23 kills.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Dude, that would be solid.
yeah. So
Right.
we're getting Modern Warfare 1 maps. Hopefully, we eventually get Modern Warfare 2 maps. I think that overall,
I don't know if there's any MW3 maps that I remembered being
I don't
special.
think MW3 just is. We tried
is
to blank
special.
it out.
Yeah, at all. I mean, yeah, that's true.
That was a terrible game.
So yeah, there will be new modes, new spec ops, and new operators. They didn't detail what operators they're going to be, but I'm
But
sure
the operators don't really have anything. They're more cosmetic.
that's true. Yeah, they're more cosmetic.
So it's not like Black Ops where like the operators was a big deal because you had a special weapon.
That's true. So,
So-
yeah, you'll see them when they come out. December 3rd is when they'll release, and they'll
Right in
detail the
time
battle
for me and
pass.
Mark to fail finals.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm still hoping that the battle pass is a situation where, if you progress far enough into it on the free version, you can just pay for it to get the paid version. And if there's some kind of like COD points, that it'll give you those points back to kind of pay for
Did
it.
they mention about pricing?
They did not say anything about pricing. They exactly what they said word for word is just the battle pass and the 100 tiers and unlocks will come out on December 3rd, and more information will follow. But when they say more information will follow, they're just gonna give the information when it releases. So they're not really
Yeah.
talking about it prior, which is, I mean, a good or a bad thing. I guess
We'll
it's up to
see.
you.
Tune
but-
in next week. We'll talk about the pricing. If the pricing is ridiculous, if it's fair,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, you'll hear all of it. We'll post it as soon as it
Yeah.
comes available. So you'll definitely hear about it. I'm excited for it. I'm still playing Modern Warfare a lot. I haven't played the Spec Ops at all. Actually, I've heard it's not good, but I haven't played it. So
I wanted to
can't
play
give a fair
because
review.
when you beat the campaign, it teases that the story continues. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
not probably like that in depth, but it's like I still want to get something out of that.
It's true. Yeah,
There's no trophies tied to it, so that's a good.
there's
thing.
one trophy tied to it.
But it's not part of the platinum.
It's not part of the main list. That's true.
And at the end of the day, that's all we care about. Is
That's true. You got to get the platinum, and then you're clean. You're out of the way. That's true.
But what do we got next, Mark?
Moving on from that, Resident Evil characters are going to break their way into Super Smash as spirits this week. So they won't be playable characters, but on November 29th, as part of a new spirit event that will run for 5 days, Albert Wesker, Leon Kennedy, Chris Redfield, and Jill Valentine will be in Super Smash Ultimate as spirits.
That's cool.
So it's cool, but it would be cooler if you could play as any of those 4. Which one would you want?
There's Leon, Jill, and who
Leon,
else?
Jill, Chris, and Albert Wesker.
Probably Leon because I played Resident Evil 2, and that's the
Yeah.
only character that I've emotionally connected with that series.
It's a good
To
looking
be honest,
guy.
because I'm not. Huh?
He's a good looking guy, emotionally connected.
Oh, dude, I'd fuck the shit out of Leon.
I mean, I'm saying Chris is like, he's too strong for me, you know?
And Chris, I mean,
I've
look,
seen him punch the boulders and I'm like,
so here's
oh,
the thing:
okay.
it's light RE2 spoiler. There's a letter from Chris that you find while you play as Leon.
Yeah.
That makes Chris seem kind of like a fucking dickbag. But you've told me that that letter's not from Chris.
I probably did. I'm completely forgetting. No, it's not from Chris.
It's not from Chris, but I think you figured out when you play through as
When you play through as
Claire Redfield.
yeah, when you play through as Claire, you realize it because Claire reads it and she's like, "That's not what
yeah.
he would
So
say."
I only played the game through as Leon, and I was like, "Yo, Chris is a fucking dickbag."
Yeah, and
I was
he's not. He's kind of like one of those like altruistic, like good guy heroes. Like
He's
I'm
like
here
me.
to save everyone.
The good guy.
So that's kind of how he is. But basically, these 4 characters will be available as spirits, and they will be replacing Pokemon, which are currently in as spirits.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So this is weird because they have Pokemon spirits and they have the Pokemon trainer and they have already 75 Pokemon
And the spirits
playable
are-
characters as in Smash.
Mhm.
So I don't know if this is a tease for Resident Evil characters necessarily. I was trying to think back. Does PlayStation All Stars have any Resident Evil characters playable?
They don't, but while you're saying that, right after this, we have a leak for the next Super Smash character. But I will already say it is not Resident Evil related.
I know that, but I was trying to think who can translate well to Smash. I mean, because
In my opinion, Albert Wesker is the only one that could. Reason being is he's like, he's kind of stronger, kind of superhuman. He has abilities to like kind of teleport around. If they were to use Leon or Chris, I don't think they.
Because the thing is, Nintendo I think tries to stay away from the overt gun violence.
That's what I was gonna say. They would
even
have to
Snake.
use.
Does Snake even have a gun?
He has a rocket launcher and grenades. I don't
That's
think
not
he
like
uses
gun,
a gun. Yeah,
I think
don't think he
Nintendo
uses
tries
a
to
gun.
stay away from the gun. Like guns are only big in America.
That's why I'm
apparently.
saying Leon and Chris I don't think would be in it because of that reason. And also Albert just has powers. Like because he literally has powers, it makes him like it lends him to be in a fighting game, I feel like.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to think. I was like, maybe Leon could be in the game, but then I was thinking to myself, like, I don't think that would translate well with like
No.
fucking him having a pistol, like fucking
It'd be cool.
blowing fucking Mario's brains out, execution
Like
style.
in PlayStation All Stars, that's what they did. In
Well, yeah.
PlayStation All Stars, they don't care about guns because like you have Nathan Drake and
But it was
he's just
rated.
running
That game was
around.
rated T, I believe.
I think so.
It was
yeah.
not rated. It didn't Smash as an E.
And
for
God
it.
of War's in that, so
I mean, yeah, Kratos.
I
is
mean
a violent
Kratos,
man.
yeah, not God of War. I know
The
his
God of War.
yeah, I know his name is Kratos, but
Yeah, Mark's a fucking fake gamer. He doesn't even know Kratos is.
I played God of War 2018. I liked it.
Yeah, he doesn't play.
I got the platinum. Do you?
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit! Can you say the same? Bye. But our producer over here did not like God of War.
Oh yeah, Justin.
That's all we're gonna say. Yeah, you don't gotta say
You
anything.
don't gotta
about
say
it.
anything, but Justin is a fucking idiot who thought God of War was boring and played through Red Dead Redemption 2, which was my game of the year last year, but was objectively more boring than God of War. But that was my game of the year. I'm not shit talking Red Dead 2, but it was more boring than.
I'm
God
hearing
of
a lot of opinions here.
All I'm saying is I'd rather play Red Dead 2 fucking 3 times than play God of War for 20 minutes.
I mean,
Jesus.
you got a lot of things to say here.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. That shit just doesn't interest me. That like
This is a PlayStation.
it's like what he's a
console.
god. All right, so he's strong. He got a little kid. All right, what does that
You're
mean?
like, who's God? I mean, who cares?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't like care. It's like it's
He's like, that's what I'm saying.
no, that's not what I'm saying. But like, it just doesn't interest me. Like, okay, he's strong, cool. Sorry, some guy with fucking
He
short
has
hair.
a kid, man. You don't care about the kid?
No,
God damn.
Red Dead. I think I like Red Dead 2
He's
more
like, if you
because
believe
it's
in
real.
God with the kid and you're wearing a gold chain, you should be cooking my pizza.
That's what I'm saying.
Chest hairs.
But yeah, I can't play a game like that.
Yeah, you have no emotion. So
No,
it's-
it needs to be real. Like, that's why I like Red Dead because it's like realistic. It's like, oh shit, like this is like actually like how it was probably.
You know
back
what?
then.
That makes sense. That's why you fucking have terrible taste and don't like Bioshock.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Bioshock either that much.
Yeah.
Because
That's why like
it's like not
Detroit
realistic.
Become Human, right?
Yeah, this is why I'm unplug your mic.
That means Detroit Become Human was good. I won't say anything against that.
That's not real.
Control?
No,
No,
what
Detroit
the
Become
fuck?
Human.
Detroit
Oh,
Become
Detroit
Human.
Become Human?
It's just not real.
Future-
No, but it's
Futuristically, it could be real.
futuristically could be real.
Could be
That's the
real.
thing. That's what I
A
like.
robot
I
look
like.
like Jennifer Lawrence
I mean,
on the free.
that
I
wasn't
like-
Jennifer Lawrence.
I like that
Did
it
it
could
look
be
like
real.
Jennifer Lawrence? Claire?
She did, but she wasn't.
I mean, I didn't say she was. I said look.
That's true. It's just to me because we know that they're acted by real people.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, oh well, that's not.
But
But
yeah, that's just my big thing. If it gets too like fake, I'm just like, yeah, I don't.
minor spoilers. That part was shitty though. When you're playing and like you're cleaning up the house, I was like, damn, this guy's an asshole.
Who?
Oh,
When
yeah.
you're
with the
playing
guy that
Detroit
treats-
and
that
you're
treats
playing-
the- Claire is her name? Kara.
Oh yeah.
When you're playing as Kara,
I felt so bad. I was like, fuck.
and your objectives are literally like clean up the trash, go upstairs, whatever. Like playing that, they did a good job of portraying that. But I
Yeah.
was like, yo, this
But
guy
you know
is
what?
a
I did all that
scumbag.
correctly. I didn't get hit.
Huh?
I didn't get hit. I killed
I
him
don't-
though by accident.
I
No,
don't-
I didn't kill him because he came at
No.
the end.
Well, we're still talking about minor spoilers, I say, for a little bit. If you haven't played the game, I would check it out. The only reason why I'm still talking, and I'm still talking, is because I'm giving you time. I'd say go about a minute ahead, and then we'll talk about brief spoilers.
Yeah.
Luther killed him for me.
Oh, but he came at the
Oh
end.
really? I
So I
killed him.
didn't-
I killed him as soon as he fucking started attacking me.
So I
was
didn't
like,
kill him. I did like fuck him up a lot, and then when at the end when I like re-encounter him when you're trying to like get through like when you're trying to get to Canada or some shit, and there's,
Okay,
like, the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I didn't
When
get
you're
to that
in the
part
crowd,
either.
and he runs back into you, and then you have like a conversation, and it's like you kind of like come to grips and be like, "Yo, I'm a piece of shit father. I'm an alcoholic who's like my daughter died." And I'm
Oh, so it gives a little bit more of his story.
Remember, I played the game correctly, and I
Yeah, I didn't even get to
survived.
Canada. I got caught in the house
Well,
by
yeah,
the
you
cops
take
because
your daughter with you no matter what.
But I'm saying, like, nobody died for me. Like, you guys, the way you guys described it, one of you guys went to a concentration
Mine
camp.
was a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
I misclicked the fucking button and the cop found me in the house, and I got so upset. I tried turning off my PS4 and I tried restarting it, but it saved, and I was like, "Fuck."
Hit that autosave.
Yeah,
That's
what
that
I did,
weird
like,
Jared
honestly.
Leto guy.
Who? Oh, like the guy who
The guy who's like
creates
behind
them,
all
kind
of it.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
fucking weird.
I don't remember his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
He gets Jared Leto vibes.
He does from like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I think I'm pretty sure Luther killed him for me.
Yeah.
Back to Smash. So
I'm always down to smash.
always down to Smash, especially the Kara robots. The next Super Smash character that is rumored to be part of the series is Gordon Freeman from the Half-Life series. To me, this
What?
sounds super outlandish.
But the recent release of Half-Life Alyx makes sense.
Yes. So
Synergy marketing.
there are a couple of characters that already leaked or at least rumored to be part of the character pass. The Doom Guy and Crash Bandicoot are rumored. Doom Guy I can't see being a part of it, even though I would love that.
This
Crash,
is a lot of Western characters
Yeah, that's true.
to be rumored in one
But they did
individual
have-
pack for a game that has no Western.
Not
characters.
together though, obviously. Not that these would be together. These are just like separate characters that are.
Oh yeah,
rumored
I
to
know.
be the
I
next
know how they
person.
release again. But what I'm saying is like this is a lot of like Western characters. I don't think Nintendo.
true.
I think Nintendo probably will pick one of them
And then stick with the Eastern characters.
and then stick with like their traditional like they pick from like Japanese games.
Yeah, they could do that.
We have
Um,
17 fucking people from Fire Emblem in this game for some reason.
This leak itself comes from a leaker by the name of Monsoon. The things that this person has leaked before is he leaked the new Half-Life announcement a month before it was actually announced, the Half-Life Alyx, which is a full AAA VR title. He didn't only leak the fact that there would be a new Half-Life game, he did leak that it was going to be a VR game and it was going to be AAA and that kind of stuff.
It's coming to every VR system except PlayStation VR,
That's
which
weird.
makes sense because it is a Steam like PC. I mean,
Well,
Half-Life is such a
yeah.
PC centric game,
That's
anyways.
true.
So it makes sense why this wouldn't come. But it's like this actually looked kind of interesting. It looked like
It did.
it looked like the first VR game. Like you know how many VR games look like kind of
Mm-hmm.
like experiences. This looked like a legit.
Like they got all of the experiments out of the way and they're
Yeah.
ready to give you like a full Yeah, I agree.
This looks like the next step in VR gaming.
Yeah. According to the leaker, the DLC character will be announced at the Game Awards 2019 on December 12th. If you want to know about the Game Awards nominations, check out our last episode, and there will be an info card that you can check that out. But as you may remember, this is how the Joker was revealed last year. Meanwhile, apparently the character will have no Half-Life Alyx content because Half-Life Alyx is supposed to be a prequel, so Gordon Freeman won't be in it. It's going to follow Alex, the character. And so he won't...
Half-Life is supposed to be in between 1 and 2.
Right. But there won't be I guess it's not
I'm
a
just
prequel.
clarifying because you said prequel, not prequel to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first game. Is in between 1
And to
2.
clarify, I never played either of them, so if you want to shoot me down in the comments, let me know.
I never played them either. I just know that for some reason.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't think that this is going to be real. Like, this leak sounds kind of weird. I think it sounds kind of weird. I don't know how much merit I would give it. The fact that he says it would be announced at the Game Awards makes sense.
I think Crash Bandicoot makes sense as a
I agree.
character.
I think Crash
He
Bandicoot...
fits the Smash, like he's a cartoon character.
Yeah.
He's not fucking
He's not
overtly
violent.
He's
Yeah.
not like busting out a fucking magnum blowing people.
That's what I'm saying. When I hear, like, Doom Guy, I'm like, I don't know.
Doom Guy, I don't think that's
That's
happening.
pretty violent.
I mean, Doom Guy is like
who's the
ripping
most
people-
violent character they have?
in
I
Smash?
feel like Snake, maybe. But Snake's not even violent. He's just
I
stealthy.
mean, Snake. I mean, if you want to be technical, Mario has taken out a lot of lives. All right, Mario
Yeah.
is like a mass fucking murderer when it comes to these Goombas and these fucking.
He just jumps on them and
Koopa-
he doesn't
these
give
Koopa
a fuck. He
Troopas.
just keeps going.
I
He
mean,
goes, Yahoo!
If we're trying to be all lives matter here,
He's stomping on motherfuckers.
he's stomping on a lot of motherfuckers' heads. So Mario's probably like a serial killer. He's probably the most violent, overtly violent.
And then he's also
character.
destroying plants, causing
In
global
Smash.
warming.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
Luigi is a fucking heroin addict. His fucking special is literally him smoking crack, and it's like you get caught in his crack bubble. It's like ultimate Smash. So if we're talking about the most overtly violent characters, we're looking at
when
we're
he's
looking at the
charging
Mario
up to do
Brothers.
His little side beat. He's just.
Exactly, we're looking at the Mario Brothers.
Oh, dude, that's
Link.
a crack.
How many people have fucking Link murdered just to get fucking Zelda?
Yeah, dude. I
mean,
mean, maybe Nintendo characters are
I'm-
really the most violent.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. It's like.
That's
it's
what
just because they're cartoons that
I
they're
mean,
not that
Kirby.
violent.
Yeah.
Kirby's sucking and blowing everybody.
I mean, that's suggestive. I
That's
don't know if I want
suggestive
my
as
kids
fuck.
playing that.
Yeah.
he's
you
fucking
know?
sucking, swallowing on
whole bodies too.
whole bodies. Not even the soul, the body.
Whole bodies.
And the mind and spirit, because he becomes you.
Yeah, he becomes you and takes your powers.
Is Kirby a guy or a girl, or is he like?
I think Kirby's gender fluid.
I think
Yeah.
Kirby's genderless. It's the gender that it sucks.
I tried to,
You know?
Oh, shit.
Andrew, you gonna do a quick search here?
What other Nintendo characters they got that are crazy?
I mean,
Star Fox, he's murdered a lot of people, too.
Star Fox is a furry. That's true.
I didn't say that.
It says here,
Oh, I mean,
it
I
says
said he
here,
murdered a lot of people.
what does it say? Male.
He's male.
I like that says. I mean, I know that you guys can't see this, but our screen is right next to where the thing records. He searched what gender is Kirby, and it just says male with like no spaces or like a lot of spaces around it.
yeah, I don't,
All right, so he.
yeah.
Samus doesn't seem super violent, even though I think Samus has.
She kills
the capacity.
aliens, and at the end of the day, aliens' lives don't matter.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
we got to keep Earth free.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
That's what I'm saying.
Unless
She
you're good
seems,
at
that, she seems like she has the most potential to be violent because of her equipment, but
She's
That's
the most
just her
badass, but like in real life, the most badass people are not the most overtly violent.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. The
It's
people
the
that-
quiet ones.
The ones
Like
that
Mario-
act hard around you are scared of you.
Like Mario,
Because they have to
Mario
make
picks on these
impressions.
little fucking Goombas and Koopa Troopers that can't defend themselves. They're just like walking
I mean,
around like
he's
fucking.
curb stomping Goombas.
He's
like
curb
it's no
That's what I'm
stomping.
saying.
Fucking Samus is fighting like full grown fucking monsters.
Yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? Like Samus would fucking fuck up Mario.
I mean that's true.
So, yeah.
I mean, can't he though?
Noble hero.
I mean, someone Mario got that
So what we're saying
firepower
is Doom
though.
Guy's definitely coming in and he's fucking murdering everybody.
Yeah, Doom Guy's coming in and he's just taking names. All right, we can't. That's a Doom Guy. Doom Guy's too much.
But
Doom
yeah,
Guy's a
so
lot.
out of all these characters, I do believe Crash is the most realistic.
Crash would be the I think Crash would be the most fitting for the Smash series, and I don't know if Gordon will be the character, but we're gonna find out.
I think nobody really. I mean, like that. The thing is, I don't know how many PC hardcore gamers, because Half-Life is basically a PC hardcore game.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. I don't know how like the fans translate to Nintendo.
Hmm.
Like the other games make sense. Like if you like Persona, you like JRPGs, you probably do like Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then and if you like fucking Fire Emblem, you definitely like Nintendo. All those games are
Yeah,
exclusive
yeah,
to that.
for
If
sure.
you like Dragon Heroes, it's also another JRPG that started on the NES, SNES.
Dragon
consoles.
Heroes, Dragon Quest.
Dragon Warriors in Japan. That's all I know.
Oh, okay. All right, you got the true facts for
I
us.
got the true facts. So like those characters have lineage on Nintendo consoles, or at least to like the same type of games.
Mm.
Doom Guy is a first-person shooter. How many fucking first-person shooters are there in Nintendo? Half-Life first-person shooters. Crash Bandicoot platformer has similar DNA to Mario
Say
64.
Nintendo stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Fucking real gamer here.
For a moment, I would like to put you on the spot to talk about Pokemon that you have been playing, so I can pee before I come back.
All right, sweet. I'll talk to the audience
Talk about Pokemon.
All right. So Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's a lot of controversy going on about this game. People hate it. People love it. I'm in the middle because I do think it's a really good Pokemon game. But the reason why people hate it is obviously the whole Pokebank situation where these people have been bringing over their their Pokemon from like the mid 2000s, and they've been bringing them throughout all the generations on the DS, DS Lite, fucking 3DS, and all that shit. We're going to a new console now, the Switch, so the Pokebank is not translating to the Sword and Shield games. So it's a little more, so people are upset about that. But I think overall the game is still very good. It has a lot of Pokemon for you to capture, so it's not like you're really limited, I feel like, that much. There's a mixture of like the generations. You got Gen 1, Gen 3, and then the new generation that is new to the actual game. So you have a wide variety in Pokemon. I think with most people like my age, we're going to gravitate towards the older Pokemon. Like every time I see a Gen 1 Pokemon, I'm like, oh shit, I got to capture that guy. I got to level him up because I'm like, that's my childhood. The new things I do really like is that carried over from Pokemon Let's Go is that the group XP. When you catch a Pokemon or defeat a Pokemon, you gain the whole party gains XP, not just the one Pokemon that did all the work, which helps with leveling. So it's less grindy in that sense. The Pokemon are now visible on a 3D platform because it's now to the Switch, so it's not stuck on the handhelds, which have lesser power. So it's a full 3D game, and you can run and try to like void the Pokemon if you want to, so you don't have to like constantly be caught up in the hidden grass and run into a bunch of random encounters. Yet there still is Pokemon that would just like run to you and chase you because they're just faster than you, and that's just the nature of the game. So there's somewhat random encounters, but you can avoid them if you want. If you're running low on health, or you just want to like mainline the game, because sometimes if somebody's played Pokemon over the years, you kind of do just end up getting caught running into these endless battles. You have to kill like fucking 75 Pidgeys just to get out of the fucking Route 2. God damn, it's been talking a lot. The game overall though is very easy. I think it's like extremely easy compared to other Pokemon games.
Aren't you almost done with it?
I am almost done with it, but I've been playing it for a long time. I've been playing it like crazy the past 2-3 days.
That is true. I'll be editing like the clips and videos and stuff, and he just walks in and he's just
That's
playing
true.
it.
While Justin's uploading all these clips that we've been recently putting on, I've just been playing Pokemon Go, like obviously bouncing off ideas off of him and talking to him. Pokemon Sword and Shield, my bad. So yeah, the game is very easy though compared to older Pokemon generations. There's a lot of like re-healing you. Like when you fight your rival, it automatically re-heals you. He'll be like, "Oh man, you kicked my ass, so here, let me heal up your Pokemon." Or you'll be running around and then it's like randomly to be like, "Oh, we're sisters of the Poke Center people, and we just heal your Pokemon randomly. We're just doing good deeds." And it's like before you would have to grind out a route. And like you would be like stuck to like your last Pokemon, like fucking like, oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. You barely make it out of the route. Once you find a center, you're like, thank God I found this center to fucking heal up my Pokemon. But it's no longer like that. It's like really easy.
Yeah.
But that also does. It's also easier because of the group XP thing, which I do really like. But since the fact all your Pokemon are generally around the same level, it's not a huge disparity where like your starter Pokemon is like fucking 15 levels higher than like your one that you just captured. So that it's. I don't know. I think I see a lot of good. It's a good foundation. I would like to see what they do with the next game. There's a lot of things they can build off of this. I thought the game was going to be a little bit more deeper and a little more like just more open. If it's very linear, even though it is like kind of an open world RPG.
Even though it's in an open world.
It's not. It doesn't have as much as I was expecting it to be the first like Pokemon game on a home console. Because like. I mean, we have Pokemon Stadium and stuff like that before, but this is like a first mainline Pokemon game on a home console. I thought it was going to be a little bit more in depth. Obviously, I understand Pokemon's geared towards a younger audience,
Yeah.
so it has to be somewhat easier. But I think there's a good foundation here that I'm waiting to see what they build up with the next Pokemon.
Okay.
I'm not completely done with it though. To be fair, I only have 6 of the 8 badges, and then after I did the 8 badges, I got to do like the Elite 8, and then. I'll be officially done with the game. So obviously my opinions can change on the difficulty and stuff like that. The Elite 8 is usually harder compared to the gym battles.
Yeah.
So I'll come back with later opinions and I'll let you know how I feel about the game and if it's easy, it's hard or not. But overall, I do like the game. I don't think it deserves all the criticism it's getting. I understand where the criticism is coming from, but you also have to understand like this is a new game. You're not gonna be able to play with the same Pokemon from fucking 2004.
Everyone's got different tastes too. Some people are gonna like different versions more or not. Sorry to keep you talking for
I know,
so
I had
long.
to talk for like 5 minutes straight.
Hope you enjoyed that. I mean, I know you've been playing the game a lot. Just had to leave you for a second so you know I could take care of business before we get to the segment that we just started on the last episode. We're doing movie reviews now, 5-minute movie reviews. Last week we tried to have it categorized. We're not going to try to have it categorized this week. We're going to have it a little bit more free form, but we're still going to give you the same verdict in the last minute. But what we are going to do is, to be honest, it's not going to be spoiler free so much as Santa Claus was, because we kind of just want to talk about it. But what Joel suggested, which I think is a great idea, is we will let you know the list or the options that we are picking from in advance, so you know kind of what movie we're going to be reviewing before we record these episodes.
We'll also let you know where we're watching it so that you can, if you have the streaming service, you can watch it too. Just to like clarify, because I know like sometimes you'd be like on Netflix and you're like, I have no idea what is on Netflix. Don't start the timer.
Yeah, I mean, you're good. I got the timer right here.
But so yeah, like there's so many things on Netflix. Sometimes people don't even realize what's on there and stuff like that.
It's true.
So
because when you're looking through it, a lot of the categories will just recycle the same things.
Exactly,
But, like,
you run into the same few.
a quick internet search of like best movies on Netflix will like open your horizon so much as to what's actually on there. But we'll let you know what service it is that we're watching, whatever we are on, and so you know that if you want to watch it at the same week, kind of, so you're aware of what's going on.
Exactly.
We'll let you know. We're gonna start our 5-minute review now. Of course, this thing's open to interpretation. You let us know what you think, because it's still a new segment for us.
It's evolving.
But this week we are reviewing Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which came out in 2010. It was directed by Edgar Wright, and it stars Michael Cera and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. And I think it's a great movie.
This movie had a mixed history with. Before me and Mark watched this movie, I used to talk shit about this movie because, not to be rude, the fan base behind this movie made me not like the movie as much. Because I remember watching it as a kid and I was like, I enjoyed it, but then like as the years passed, like the people who liked it are just like, you know, when people just like things too much and it kind of ruins it.
Oh, I mean, come on, that's how our friendship's
That's
based
how our
on.
friendship is.
Dude, if I'm like, I love this movie, you should watch. You're like, nah, it probably sucks.
Exactly.
You like it.
So I kind of soured on this movie. Then we rewatched it because Justin never saw it. So then we rewatched it, and I was like, "Fuck, this movie's really fucking good."
It's got a slapping soundtrack too.
The soundtrack is amazing, and this movie, I think, I relate to it more now. Obviously, as 22-year-old Michael Cera's character is 22, but obviously going to like live band experiences, like when you see now, I see the movie, I'm like, oh, I can like kind of relate more to it. And also my music taste has changed. I kind of like that type of music that was being played in the thing as opposed to when it first came out in 2010. So I had my eyes opened. I love this movie. It's a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was my first time watching it, of course, and I liked it a lot. When I liked it because it was like I told Joel this when we were watching. It's like an anime.
It
in
is.
real life.
It's like an anime but real people, like the fighting and like the the transitions and like them talking to themselves.
But it wasn't corny. I didn't think
It's
it was
based
like,
on a comic
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Which is worth noting if you're
I
saying.
didn't know that.
graphic,
So if you don't know
graphic
that,
novel, Mark.
well, no, it's based on comics. They don't consider them graphic novels. It's based on a comic book series.
No, I think it's called graphic novel when
So-
I searched it up.
There's like I don't even know on it. Honestly, I don't know what the exact difference is. I just know every time I've read it, it says based on the comic book series by this writer.
Yeah.
So it's based on the comic book series. There was also a 2010 Ubisoft indie title that came out for it that I really enjoyed, and like there was an ad for it in the collector's edition Blu-ray that I watched. But by the way, we watched this on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to see it, it is on Netflix for you to watch. But I like the anime type style too. I like the there's Scott Pilgrim has to defeat Ramona's seven evil exes, so it's like there's 7 bosses. They're completely different characters, and that gives it a very anime vibe.
I also like
to
the
me.
transitions. Like it just kind of like cuts from here to here to here to here
It
to
does,
here.
yeah, it's true.
The
It's
wording
very
was, like,
entertaining.
later on, and it's like
Yeah.
It's
a
like super
fast-paced
snappy.
movie, and I think the only criticism I have, I feel like the first 2 boyfriends or exes are kind of fleshed out,
Yeah.
and then like is it the 4th girl? I think it's the 4th girl. Cause the first 3 I think are fleshed out really well. Then the 4th girl, you just kind of run into her. He
Yeah,
beats her up real quick.
it's Matthew Patel, Lee, or something
Lee.
Lucas Lee.
Lucas Lee,
And then the
Todd.
twins, and then you got
No,
the
no,
last
and then number 3
It's Todd.
is
Todd, the bass player.
Todd, the bass player. 4 is the girl Roxy, and then 5 and 6 is the
twins.
Katyanagi twins, and then 7 is G-Man Graves.
Yeah,
or
I feel like
Gideon.
the girl and the twins were kind of just skipped
It's
over.
true, they were. You can tell they like speed up the pace and how they're defeating them then, because
Yeah.
he fights 3, 4, 5, and 6 in like the same day.
Yeah, it's like But yeah, besides that, I really like the movie. I liked obviously Ramona Flowers is fucking beautiful in this movie.
Yeah.
She's a good-looking girl. The
The
hair
bright-
and everything,
the bright hair.
definitely does it for me. But what was also shocking is like seeing a lot of like the ancillary characters are now kind of like bigger people. Like Anna Kendrick is Scott Pilgrim's little
Fucking
sister.
Captain America.
Captain America is
Yeah.
one of the fucking just like a random like ex.
Mhm.
Aubrey Plaza is like the
Yeah.
other girl who's fucking hilarious in this. I love. She was really funny.
Mm.
Brie Larson is just like the Scott Pilgrim's ex. So it's funny, like it's you see this a lot with these movies where like the ancillary characters become bigger than like the
The
title.
main people that are actually in it.
Because we looked Ramona Flowers the character and it was like she hasn't done much since.
Yeah, she did like 10 Cloverfield Lane, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and then she's a side character in some other stuff, but she doesn't have a whole lot of like leading roles.
I thought the movie was going to be more serious for some reason. Like, I know we watched the trailer and everything, but I thought the movie was going to be a little bit more serious. But after a couple of minutes, I was like, oh wait, this is
it's fun.
yeah, it's like fun. I found myself like laughing at like a lot of points, and I'm like, oh, that shit is kind of funny.
See, trailers do not paint a good picture.
I thought it was
of what
going to
a
be
movie
way more
actually is.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Also-
before we're done with this, I wanted to mention that
Yeah,
the
15
thing that the
seconds.
trivia thing I searched up is that Beck. You mentioned that he did the song Ramona.
Ramona.
He also helped all with the music and
Oh my.
and wrote a lot of the songs that the Sex Bomb sings.
Sex with Bomb saying, yeah.
He wrote and helped produce and create those types.
You see, that soundtrack's good. This is a 5-minute review. We already went past the timer, but we're going to give you the quick, brisk, our verdict on it. Must watch, Netflix and chill, or don't watch. I think it's a must watch.
I think it's a must watch, but I think this is also a Netflix and chill.
Yeah, you could definitely do Netflix and chill during this.
You
one.
could definitely Netflix and chill on this.
I still lean towards must watch, but you can.
This is a must watch
You
with a
can
Netflix and chill option.
Like
Yes.
you should watch it and then maybe
You should
invite
watch
your
it by
girl
yourself,
over.
but you can bring a girl, and it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
But you can watch it, but then like there's some parts where like it's like a little bit like
It's a little romantic, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have an overt sex scene in it, so it's not like kind of weird.
Yeah.
well
But
when
it-
he's over at her house.
But they don't have sex.
See, it's
Yeah.
tough though because this movie's so good, and we're already going over the 5-minute mark. While we're talking about this, the original ending for the actual movie was Knives Chow is who he'd end up with.
I was also
but
going to say that too, yeah.
yeah, it switched over, and
I'm
he
glad they
ends
did
up
that
with
because that would have
Ramona.
made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
just fought all these people for her, and it's like,
And then also the scene where she comes in and gives him the package, and he has to sign for it for her to leave, and he tosses it behind him. It took like 30 takes for him to actually make it into the box.
Okay.
Or like the
that's-
trash can. All right, we're going 2 overboard.
Yeah.
Right, 5-minute reviews. We're over. We're here. Back with the gaming news.
back in the real world.
Your PlayStation Plus games for December are Titanfall 2
Banger.
and Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game. I think the fact
Super
that it says
banger.
the official video game is kind of like I mean,
Monster Energy?
Monster Energy Supercross.
I wonder. No, I think it's Monster Cycles, the one that's like a easy plot.
This is a Death Stranding spinoff. Right? Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game. It's a Death Stranding spinoff.
Yeah, so that game probably sucks dick. We'll obviously play it and we'll tell you it sucks dick. But
I mean, I'm not gonna.
I'll download it. I'll look at the screenshots and then I'll justify whether I'm going to download it or not. I'm
Yeah.
definitely downloading Titanfall,
Titanfall
2
2.
because I've heard nothing but great things about it, but I did not play when it originally came out. I heard the single player is great, which
Yeah.
for me is perfect. I love single player games. And it's also, I heard you can get the platinum just by doing single player things. There's no like
No
multiplayer. for
multiplayer.
it. So
Be nice,
That's
yeah, nice
interesting.
and quick. PlayStation VR owners will also receive a limited free trial and a double XP week for Firewall 0 Hour, and you have until December 3rd to pick up last month's titles, which include Outlast 2 and Neo. So if you haven't already, you can still take care of those. You have a little bit of time. We are also going to cover the Xbox games with gold. Toy Story 3, Jurassic Park Evolution, Mirror Fate HD, Castlevania Lord of Shadows, and also Insane Robots are your games with gold titles for the month.
Toy Story 3, not that bad.
You played?
I mean, it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
The Jurassic Park or World movie, not movie, game. It looks kind of cool, but I heard it wasn't that good. It came out last year. I like the Jurassic Park Genesis game on PC, which is a similar thing with Park Simulator.
Mm.
So if you have Xbox, try it out. Let me know if it's good or not. I don't have an Xbox because
Because you're straight. I mean, I'm just
I
saying,
didn't want to say that, but
I
I'm
mean,
just
that's
saying,
what okay is. You know what
that's
I'm
it
saying?
is. But yeah, I don't have an Xbox, so I can't tell you what the game is. I mean, I could buy it, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But Titanfall 2 is definitely a pick up, but also make sure you pick up Neo. You are also with the PlayStation games. I don't know if you can do this with Xbox, but PlayStation, you can just hit add to download. You don't necessarily have to download the games, and then once you ever want to go back and re-download them, they're there forever.
Get them in your library.
Get them in your
can
library,
play
and
'em
that's how
later.
you end up having 700 games like me.
Yeah, it's a way to do it.
I'm going to unplug this.
Well, what are you unplugging?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was
I
like,
was just like leaning over. I'm just
don't
gonna
take
unplug
out
the
my
whole thing.
lifeline. We've been mentioning this pretty much at what feels like every episode for the last like 3 weeks, but there's been a brand new patent for the PlayStation 5. So a brand new patent shows
Favorite topic, PS.
how players might share social content. So this patent has been filed by Sony as scene tagging is what they're calling it. As spotted first by Respawn. First, Sony Interactive Entertainment had a new patent approved by the United States Patent Office on November 21st, 2019 for scene tagging. The filing explains that scene tagging is used to characterize user-generated content associated with gameplay information associated with video games. Tongue twister because this is associated like 3 times, which means it probably relates to the upcoming PlayStation 5. Again, we do link all of these articles down below. I promise I'll try not to go on too long with this. It's just a patent that seems to incorporate a lot of things that are interesting enough I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
So I will try to be quick. I won't try to take too long. The point of it, and I will summarize these. I'm not saying them actually word for word, but again, if you want to read them, we'll have them linked. So the idea is that basically if you wanted to search for something where like if somebody was to solve a puzzle in a certain game, you don't even have to know what kind of game it is. You could type in like, I don't know, icicle puzzle. And like they don't have to title their videos that way, just maybe the system would just know based on what's going on in the game that like, okay, this is what this object is, this is what this is. It knows like who's playing in a multiplayer game. It's confusing, but I guess it's just one of those kind of like
It's just
new...
more an advanced search metric, like so.
Yeah.
To specify what you're necessarily looking for, not necessarily specifying the content streamers,
Yeah.
more just the content itself.
It's confusing. Even reading it is confusing. It's like a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. And like even continuing on, it says a bit further on, it says that the technology could recreate a scene exactly how one player experienced it and then create a ghost of that player to race against them. So like it doesn't have to be something that I guess is even implemented in a game. But if you were to play,
It's kind of like the Drivatars.
yeah, like let's even say like Jedi Fallen Order. Let's use an example that's not a racing game.
Okay.
I'm assuming what they're saying is like if you were to play a certain level, I could load it up and I'd be able to see your ghost, even if that's not something that developers implemented into that game. It doesn't make sense
That's
to
kind
me.
of crazy. to
That's
be
what I'm
honest.
saying, it's
Like
crazy.
that's going in a game that wasn't created by the developers.
Because that's what I hear. It's a patent for Sony. It's not like something that developers are working on.
And that whole ghosting, I mean, it ties mostly into racing because when you do time trials and ghost in race games, you could sometimes have to follow your ghost when you're trying to beat your time,
yeah.
and it's just like the hollow out version of your car.
And this is where it gets a little bit too much for me. And again, I don't really understand this because I'm not a VR player, but it says it also is supposed to cover the possibility of recording gameplay of VR games, including the technology may use an infrared projector, a camera, depth sensor, a microchip to track the movements of objects and individuals in 3 dimensions. The user device also may employ a variant of image-based 3-dimensional reconstruction. This is just like the fucking future to me.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of shit. And this is all under that one patent, including biometrics. So, like, if you're playing and your heartbeat goes up or your skin starts to sweat, like, they're supposed to be able to
So it's
track
like
that.
if you catch a seizure, they would like turn off the VR.
Well, that kind of stuff, and just even, like, horror games. It's saying, like, it was using an example, which, of course, is, like, fictitious, but, like, oh, are you going to panic during this scene in a horror game? Here's my, like, heart rate and all my other shit.
Oh shit! So you
when
can
I
be
was
like,
playing.
I wasn't scared.
Oh, no,
wasn't
bitch, when I was
scared.
playing. Yeah.
And I'd be like, bro, you're fucking about to have a heart attack, bitch. You lying ass motherfucker.
Yeah, so maybe that's the next generation.
The next generation is trying to make sure there's no lying motherfuckers out there.
That's all I'm saying. They're trying to get them. But the VR stuff, I don't understand exactly what it means, but I mean, hey, you know.
If you play VR, it's cool. I'm personally not an adopter of VR because I get motion sickness very easy.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm not going to spend $300 to figure out if I have motion sickness or not.
Yeah, dude, I understand.
If there's a
that.
way I can like test, I mean, it probably is a way, but I'm not going to go like.
We could go to like a Microsoft store and get like
That's the thing.
some
I don't want to go to a
diseases from
Microsoft
whatever
store and I
headset
don't want
is
to
there,
fucking
you
catch
know?
like everybody's diseases
Yeah,
and
just
put
put
that
it
shit
on
in my
your head and just feel all the diseases go inside of you.
Yeah, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
Also, I want to test out specifically the PlayStation VR because if I do get a VR
That's
headset,
what
it's
we
going
would
to be
get.
the one that I use. And from what I've heard, it's the lowest fidelity out of all of them.
Mhm.
It's the most affordable, but like the lowest fidelity. And I think my motion sickness is triggered by the lower fidelity from like the rides I've gone on when I go to Disney and shit
The
like
stuff
that.
that like doesn't look real.
The shit doesn't look real, but
Yeah.
the higher new rides that have higher quality, I don't get as sick.
Yeah, fair enough.
But then you got to suck it up sometimes when you want to go on that Millennium Falcon at fucking the back spare or whatever the fuck it's
Yeah,
called.
sometimes you just gotta suck it up and be ready for it.
like Kirby.
Yeah, like Kirby. So, Valve, not Kirby, Valve, is having a Steam Autumn Sale, which will run through December 3rd, and it includes their $5 Steam controllers, and also 13,000 games are on sale,
Jesus.
and I will now list them in order sequentially.
Oh god.
I'm kidding. So,
I kill myself.
it runs from November 26th to December 3rd. If you want to check out, that's some more Black Friday deals for you. If you go straight on Steam, you'll see the games that they have. And this sale actually started yesterday. And also a $5 Steam controller, but they said that those are already in limited supply. So if it's something you wanted, you have to get on that pretty quickly if they haven't sold out already.
Just be a real gamer and plug up that DualShock 4.
I mean, yeah, that's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do.
Uh,
or like Mark, plug up the Wii U controller.
Yeah, y'all got to expose me like that. But yeah,
I'm just saying.
I
I know you use the Wii U controller when
the
you play
Wii U
PC
Pro
games.
controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That shit's trash. That shit's hollower than the 6-axis.
Yeah, that's true. You don't gotta tell people. But we're also gonna say that Black Friday is coming up, and if you want to see some of the best deals, you can go back to episode number 31, I believe it is, when we talked about our Black Friday deals, basically what's going on. But Walmart pretty much has the best deals for PlayStation 4s, and if you want a great deal for Xbox, Amazon seems to have the best Xbox deals.
There's a lot of also on the PlayStation Store itself. There's a lot of good deals there where it's like
Yeah.
fucking like games of the year are
Yeah.
like $10.
I mean, yeah, so exactly. I mean, console wise. So, like
Yeah.
Walmart for PlayStation consoles and then Amazon for like Xbox consoles. But again, we'll also have, I'll link, there's a big list of basically the best deals that's updated regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can see what's sold out, what's not sold out.
Need for Speed Heat's $40. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger.
Yeah, I'm thinking about pulling the trigger all the time, you know?
Gee.
But Need for Speed Heat looks good.
It is, man. Yeah,
That's
money's
low
tight
gas.
right now, you know.
Money is always tight.
But you know, this year I came to a realization that I don't have to spend as much as Christmas as I used to because I'm now single. So I'm like, now I can spend that money on myself.
That makes a big difference.
It makes a lot of difference
Do you get Need for Speed Heat?
because I have to buy like fucking like 6 or 7 gifts. Now I can just
I can get rid of my iPhone SE.
now I just gotta buy like fucking my parents, Justin and Jaden. That's really it.
Yeah. I still
Like-
got to do my Christmas shopping
You
too.
want to get something for Christmas, Mark?
Huh?
I'll deck your halls.
Jeez.
I mean, jeez.
Are we still recording? I'm just kidding. But yeah, so Need for Speed's $40. I might pull the trigger. I might go into red. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I might go in the red too. But keeping me out of the red, we've got to give a shout out and a thank you to our Patreon supporters. Our Patreon supporters, Matt Acevedo, Lacey Perez George, and Joan Acevedo. If you would like to support the show, you can head over to our patreon.com/thehudgaming. Also, these episodes usually premiere on Fridays. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you right here next week on Heads Up. Happy holidays and also happy Thanksgiving.
Peace.
I think the camera might have got it all, but.